everybody in the video online world. Yes, it's me, Miss Isabel Marie 13, on day 17 of the Favao Fitness Challenge. I am very excited. I'm down 12.5 pounds. I feel better. I look better. I can see my stomach evaporating. I've never felt so good in my life. I finally feel like I'm in control of my destiny and my health. So I'm really grateful for the Favao Fitness Lifestyle and Challenge. And today's Wednesday, February 1st. I definitely want to make this video to address something that I guess people have been asking about or wanting to know more about, and that's the food. One, how does it taste? What are you eating? I'm eating really good food, and it tastes delicious and great. I actually had the honor of making my son a healthy pizza this week. That's what we're having for dinner. And yesterday I made him a whole pizza, and I halved with his pepperoni, his turkey pepperoni, and half was the Favao toppings. Now he tells me yesterday that he decided he wants only Favao toppings on his pizza from now on because that was more delicious than the pepperoni was. And then later on he even tells me, you know, Mom, this is actually even better than, you know, the delivery ones that we've had, so I would prefer us not to order pizza anymore on the weekends and to go ahead and make Favao pizzas together. So I thought that was really cool because that's a testimony. If a child likes the food, it's good food. And I think it's really neat because that was like our little tradition. Every Saturday, every Friday, or every other weekend we do pizza and movies, and I was afraid how this lifestyle change would change that tradition for us, and now I'm looking forward to it even more so. And I like that it's healthy, and it's going to save me too on delivery. It's going to save me so much money on delivery and everything else, so I think that's incredible. So I do want to address what people are talking about is the cost of food, and you know, they're afraid that making the transition into healthier food is actually going to change their budget, and I don't think that it is. I don't really think that it is, but if it does for you, I have a few ways for you guys to keep on saving money. The first thing is, don't separate the food. Don't make your family something different and then your Favao food, because two things are going to happen. They're going to want what you have to eat, and they're going to eat it anyways. And two, you want to lead by example, especially if you're living this healthy lifestyle. You want your kids to feel better, eat better, and make healthier choices. The best way to do it is by educating yourself and eating that way, and then sharing that with them. You know, me and my son go grocery shopping together. He helps me prep some of the food. You know, he's loving making the pizzas with me every night. So, you know, include your family in it, because you're also going to save on costs because you're not buying, you know, separate meals, separate things, and then you know what to do. So the simplicity of the system, use it with your whole entire family, and don't worry about the cost, because this is my feelings on it. Whether you pay up front and doing something healthy for yourselves, you're either going to pay up front and doing the healthy thing, or you're going to pay later doing the prescription medical thing. You know, the number one cause of bankruptcy, you know what it is? It's not foreclosure. You know, it's not extravagant living. It's not even credit card debt. The number one cause of bankruptcy is medical bills. So one way or another, you're going to pay the price. Now, let me go ahead and give you a few tips on how I actually save money when I do go to the grocery store. The first thing I do is I do compare prices. I do the price comparison. Every Walmart will honor the other ads, the weekly ad specials from any other local grocery store in your area. So the easiest way for me to do it is I get the ads online. I save them as a JPEG, and then I start to see, you know, I have my list made out, and then I start to see who has what cheaper. Now, if you have a Sprouts or a Sun Harvest in your area, go shopping on Wednesdays, because not only will Walmart honor all the other ads, but Sprouts specifically, you know, they used to be Sun Harvest, they will actually honor their last week's ad and their next week's ad on Wednesdays. So if you can do it on that day, you're going to have even more savings with the produce and things like that as well. So compare your ads, you know, write out your list, make it out, and then, hey, this is cheaper here, this is cheaper there. I do take my list and I put the little ads on the list, the little photos, so I could verify on there. That's just a courtesy, and they kind of take me a lot more serious if I have my stuff together, plus it saves a lot of time. So that's the one thing you could do to help save money. Another thing you could do is obviously use coupons. I'm not one to extreme coupon and hoard and dumpster dive. That's not me. But I do save money using coupons when needed, and I think that that's a great way to do it. And you know, your parents have done it, and I don't need to explain how to coupon. Just cut the coupon, make sure it's the expiration date, make sure you got the right thing, you're good to go. Another thing you could do is you can buddy up and alternate weeks. You know, if you have a local buddy that also wants to do the Favao Fitness Challenge, you can say, I'll grab weeks 1 and 4, you pay for weeks 2 and 3, or 1 in 3 and 2 in 4, or however, or I'll get first months, you get second months. That's one way to do it, because it's all going to even out anyways, because you're eating the same foods. It's just maybe one month you're a little bit more tighter, the next month you might have a little bit more. Now that taxes are coming up, make a good investment, invest into your health. Another thing is prep the food for others. I actually got offered, if my friend buys the food, would I prep it for him every week? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be totally cool. And as payment, you can put a little bit more towards my groceries, So even if he's taking $100 off the edge, or $80 off the edge, or just half, if it's $100, he's paying $50. That's $50 you save, and you're gonna make the food anyways. If you're up for the challenge, do it. If not, don't do it. But make sure they have their own Tupperwares, and you make enough time and room to do both. You could do Saturday, Sunday, you prep one day in the other, you could do morning, noon, night, whatever way you want to do it. You might want to volunteer to be the one, but also at the same time save. I mean, you're looking for ideas to save, you're looking for solutions, so don't give me that, oh, I don't have time. Find a way, Another thing you could do, when you're at the grocery store, shop the top shelves and the bottom shelves. A lot of people don't know, but obviously the more expensive, more sparkly, more sugary foods and bad foods are always eye level. Especially go down the cereal aisle, okay? All the sugary, nasty stuff with the free toys are all eye level for where kids can get them. The healthy stuff is generally on top or on bottom, and that also goes for the more cheaper stuff. You can get, the pasta sauces, and you could get them in the jars for maybe 32 ounces, or even at 22 ounces. But if you look at the bottom, you're gonna see dollar cans that have 38 ounces or 42 ounces for $1. So the only difference you're paying is for the jar, really. You can do the nutritional comparing as well, and you'll see that if you go on top or go on bottom, you'll actually save a lot more money. Another thing that's also good to save money and for your health is shop the perimeter of the store, like they say, like a clock, counterclockwise or clockwise. The reason being is because everything on the perimeter is more healthy, and that's where you want to be. You want to be, where the produce is, where the dairy. Do you think it's by accident that the milk that everybody always needs, the #1 item is milk, is all the way at the back of the store now? There's a reason for it, because they know you're going to have to go through a lot of stuff to get there. And that actually also goes for checking out. If you have the self-checkouts, do it. If you can go to the garden shop, the electronics, the sporting goods, the jewelry, you can even compare prices there and make the payment there, because when you're sitting in the aisles, what are you looking at? You're looking at what they call impulse buys, which is the chips and the candies and the cookies, and you're probably hungry. The other tip I wanted to give you guys is compare the nutritional value. For me, I'm very, how can I put it? I'm very frugal, very savvy on budgeting. I like saving money, and there's no shame in that at all. I will always look at the generic first, but when it comes down to nutritional value, I will always go for the nutritional value over the price, because sometimes it's just worth paying more quality for healthier foods. But generally, when you compare the generic to the brand names, they're actually the same, or the generic actually wins more times out of none for nutritional value and for savings. That's what I found. So, but if it is something that's, if there's more sodium in the generic than the brand name, just things that are more healthy, I will definitely get the more healthy, even if it's a couple cents more. So those are some tips to help you save the money. Now, things to have when you're going shopping. I will show you a couple of things that I have. One, you have to have your Favao book. This is the female book. Obviously, if you're a male, you'll have the male book. This is my Favao Bible. I carry it with me everywhere, and I recommend you have at least a spare. If you don't have one, get one. You need to have it with you everywhere, because you're going to reference that a lot. Another thing you should take to the store with you is your grocery list, obviously. And this is how I do, let me show you how I do my grocery list. I do the Favao, weekly things. And I actually put down all the things that I need, exactly how much I need it. What I do, guys, is I actually add up how much I'm going to actually need for the week. So like you can see the hot wheat cereal, I'm going to need 7 tablespoons for the entire week. Now, I also recommend you having a pencil to check things off, and also a highlighter. The reason why I do the highlighter is because I actually highlight everything that I already have at the house. And one thing I do recommend doing is buy a little extra. Like if you need 2 cans of black beans, grab an extra one, buy 3. Because then 9 out of 10 times or 10 out of 10 times you'll need them later on anyways. So I have my list front and back, and I also add the photos of the advertisements from other stores, things that I want to buy and stuff. and you know, things that are, and these are like the things that are non-Favao right here, non-Favao and things like that for my son, snacks like that. And I just put the ads on. So you have to have your list with you. I recommend everybody bring a list because you can't get from one side of the country to the other without a map, right? Another thing you should always have with you is your water. Water bottle is obviously definitely something that's very important. I take my water with me everywhere, including the store, because I don't want to get hungry, thirsty, and start wanting to crave stuff. I also chew gum. Chewing gum helps me get, you know, rid of cravings, just keep my mouth busy and not worry about things, not think about other things. A calculator. You have to bring a calculator with you, or one on your phone. That way you can do the comparing prices, and we'll do a little math here in a little bit. Don't worry, it's not too strenuous. Comfortable shoes, I definitely recommend, just because if you have, you know, uncomfortable clothes or uncomfortable shoes, or you're not, you know, you're gonna want to hurry up and grab stuff and leave. You're not gonna actually take the time to compare the prices. You're not going to take the time to get the good food and the better choices out there as well. I also recommend bringing an MP3 player if you have some music on you, because then that way you're not distracted by looking at other stuff you don't want to look at. You're in the zone, you're listening to your music, you just go, go, go. The last thing I actually recommend you having when you're going grocery shopping is plenty of time. You know, get a babysitter. Don't go shopping with the kids if you can avoid it. My son, he knows to compare prices. He's not an impulse buyer. We've been doing this a long time, you know. But a lot of people get stressed. Their kids want this and that. They get the stuff that they don't want, but what the kids want. And then you want to get out of there faster. And then if you don't have enough time, again, you're going to grab stuff that might not be good for you. So those are a couple of tips right there as well. And also, like I said, when it comes to comparing prices, do the math. It's simple math, and it can save you a lot. And I'll show you right now one example of that, okay? I actually needed 32 ounces of cottage cheese this week. And unfortunately, at the Walmart that I went to, they only had 16 ounces, or they had 24 ounces, and I had a choice to make. So now here it goes. If I need the actual 32 ounces is what I was looking for, and the 16 ounces were $1.88 for 16 ounces. Well, a couple of, you know, cents more, $1 more, you can get the 24 ounce at $2.68. Let me just show you guys, okay? So here what we're doing. We need cottage cheese. If I got the 16 ounces, it was $1.88. The 24 ounce was $2.68, and I thought, well, okay, if I went ahead and got both, if I got the 16 ounce plus the 24 ounce, I'd have 40 ounces total with 8 ounces left over, and it's going to cost me $4.56. However, I did the math here too as well. If I got two 16 ounces at $1.88 each, it was only going to be $3.76, and it's going to be 32 ounces on the dot with none left over. This was one of those times where I decided I didn't need to have anything left over because I wasn't going to use cottage cheese for the next week. So $4.56 minus $3.76 equals a total savings of 80 cents. Now, most people would have got a 24 and a 16, maybe two 24s, but if you do the math, you're saving 80 cents right there, and it's not hard. Plus, you're getting exactly what you need. Same with the eggs. Now, the eggs, I needed approximately 48 eggs, which is going to be 4 dozen. Now, two places were having a sale. One place is having a sale for an 18 count carton of eggs at 2 of them for $3, so they'd be $1 a piece. Now 48 eggs divided by 18 is 2.6 cartons equals rounded up to 3 cartons. 3 cartons times 18 eggs would equal 54 eggs total. 54 minus 40 eggs, I'd have 6 eggs left over. Not bad. My son sometimes wants to eat them, sometimes doesn't. Now, if I got 3 cartons at the $1.50 price, which is a sale price, I'd be paying $4.50. So that would be for the sale price, which isn't a bad sale. However, another place had a sale, $1 for every dozen. It was $1 for every dozen of eggs, the same large eggs as the other ones. So if I had 48 eggs I needed, divided by 12 in a dozen, I need only 4 dozen. 4 times $1 equals $4. So if I got them at the other price at $1.50 each, or at the $1 each for the dozen, I'm saving 50 cents. I'm getting exactly how many I need, and it's another saving of 50 cents. Now, those little things add up. You know, look at, even if there's 2 good sale prices, look at the one which is better, you know. So I hope these things do help. And the last thing I'm going to hit on is I found an article called the Cost of 30 Pounds. How much does it cost to lose 30 pounds using 4 of the other well-known systems out there? So I'll take you through that right now as well. Now, here we are. This is directly from this link, and you guys can Google it, the Cost of 30 Pounds. Weight Watchers It's going to take 20 weeks to lose 30 pounds. The investment is going to be $214 to $299.80. Online is $97.75. 20 weeks to lose 30 pounds, okay? Now, I don't know if they're doing this monthly, and I'm thinking it is monthly, or maybe it's total, because it says, yeah, that's total. So about $300 to lose 30 pounds, okay? But what happens after that? What's the next step after the 30 pounds? You know, you're back to buying more, another 300? Nutrisystem. The investment is going to be 4 months to lose 30 pounds. The investment for Nutrisystem is $1,199.80. That's $1,200 just to lose 30 pounds. What happens if you have to lose 40 or 50 or 60? Next one is Jenny Craig's. It's going to be the average loss of 1 to 2 pounds a week, which is going to take you 3 3/4 of a month to 7.5 months to lose the 30 pounds. The investment is going to be $399 or $359. That does not include the cost of food, which is about $84 to $126 per month. Last one is the Zone Diet Meal Delivery. It's going to take 3 to 4 months to lose 30 pounds. The investment is $3,869 to $5,159. So, common sense, we just did a little math, should tell you that that is ludicrous. The first week I did the Favao, I spent between $50 and $60 on the food. And I was even buying a little extra for the next week. Since oatmeal was one of the things, I upgraded to a bigger oatmeal. You know, and things like that as well. Now, last week, because I did buy for me and my son, this is the 3rd week, and my son wanted to jump all on board, so we bought for both of them. I spent twice as much. I spent $120 total, but that was including the non-Favao food and the other stuff that maybe I had on there. So let's deduct maybe $20, $30 off of the total. So I mean, I'm still looking at $80 to $90 for 2 people eating 6 meals a day. That is not bad at all. I mean, I know I could even go even lower if I did more, you know, couponing and things like that as well, but I'm pretty good with that. Because we're eating healthy food, it's good food, and at the end of the day, why not? I mean, that was for this week. I loaded up on some stuff for the next week as well, and that's how I cut the cost in the long run, is if I find something on special, then I bulk up on it. When I cook the rice, I froze some rice, I froze some beans, I have some chicken in there. I showed you guys the other day how when I buy the chicken, I buy more than I need. But then what I do is I season it, I weigh it to see how much each breast is. I season it, I wrap it in the freezer wrap, and write on the wrap how many ounces, 9.8 ounces, 7.2 ounces, and then I put them in freezer bags. So then when I need chicken in, again, I can mix and match how many ounces I need. So that's just little tips to get you by. I know this video is a little bit longer, but I hope this does help address some of the issues. Again, this is Isabel Marie 13. If you want to find me, go to facebook.com/Isabel Marie 13. You can find me on youtube.com/Isabel Marie 13. Follow my progress, leave some positive feedback, some positive comments. Let me know what you guys have questions about, and we'll address them on the next video. Kuna Matata, guys. God bless. We'll see you on the slimmer side. Bye.